Yes. Hey, y'all. How y'all doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is what? It is Monday, and we are in another month. It's October. Who knew?
Oh, it feels like June.
Right, but it's only October.
I'm still locked inside.
So, welcome to the Behind the Velvet Radio Show. We are back, and oh my gosh, we have a packed night tonight. As you guys know, September was our Love After month, and we dedicate the whole month to Jacinth. And you guys know Jacinth does our Love After segment here on the show. And so with that fun month that we had with our great panelists and all our guests, we had a great time, but we did that to gear up for this. This month, for October and November, we are dedicating this month to our country. To what? Politics. Dun, dun, dun. Well, of course, because, you know, this is a very important election. It's a very important time in politics. And it's an important time as American citizens. So we really have to take it seriously. We really have to talk about it. And we have to make sure that we get people registered to vote and make sure that November 3rd, you know, everybody's voices are heard. So that is what October. Hey, Bird, come on in. You like the late kid in class.
Oh my God. As the coffee spills all over the equipment.
Right?
Oh my God. We didn't need that light board. What is that alert button flashing?
You guys on the radio miss everything if you don't watch us on the live. You just never know what happens.
He just walked in with a tray full of coffee and just
show.
spilled it all over the place.
So, Ruben, we have technical difficulties. Hey, Bert, you coming up here? We're about to get into politics.
Come on up.
Are you coming up? Pick a mic. Pick a mic, Bird. Just pick a mic. All right, you guys. So we are going to start the show off how we always start our show off, but we haven't talked to Ann in about a month. Literally, we have not talked to Ann in a month. So you guys, welcome back for a moment with the people as we talk about politics in our country. Welcome back to the show, Miss Ann. Hey, Ann. How you doing, honey?
Hey, Angela. Hey, girls. Hey, boys. How are you?
Thanks for calling.
Doing great. I miss you, Ann. We didn't talk to you for a whole month. You had a whole month off.
Oh, my. Hey, Angela, so much has gone on, but so much has gone on in the last 24 hours that we can almost forget about what went on before. This is just crazyville.
It is.
Absolutely crazyville. Did you guys see Trump left Walter Reed in a helicopter and came back to the White House, climbed up the stairs and stood on the balcony like Mussolini and removed his mask?
No.
It was a shock.
Are you serious?
Removed his mask and had photographers and video guys there and exposed them to the COVID virus.
Wow.
I just don't understand. He's a spreader. He's a super spreader. It's horrifying.
He's an infection. He's a walking infection.
Well, I watched it.
Infection.
I saw his mask that he's wearing. It wasn't made in Taiwan. It was made in America.
Yeah, what?
It had a little Trump label on it from his Thai company.
Did it have a
No,
little
it did
Trump?
not.
I'm sure he did, and he made money off of it, right?
You
Right.
know he did.
I'm sure it was a freebie from the hospital.
Oh, well,
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Well, we have so much to talk about and so
Anyway.
much to dive into. But really quickly, Ann, I just want to say hi to everybody who's actually in the studio tonight. First and foremost, all the way here, my favorite photographer,
Hi.
Mr. DG Photos.
Right, my name is
AKA
Craig.
Mr. Craig.
Mr. Craig. I came all the way out here to the
Mr.
Hicks. I
Craig.
love coming here. You know, I miss the city, but coming out here, I have to travel a half hour to get a cup of coffee, guys. A half hour. Let me tell you.
A half hour.
That's right.
It's worth it, though, right?
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
Holla.
Absolutely. And of course, I got my partner in crime, Miss Pom Pom. What's going on, Pom?
Happy October, everybody.
Hey, Pop.
Right. Happy October.
Yes.
And of course, hey, Mr. Bird, how are you? Got
Hi,
to talk
everybody.
And of course, we have a very special guest, and if you guys recognize her voice, it's because well, she's on this station too. Welcome our very special guest for Behind the Velvet Rope Show tonight, Miss DJ Fricka Danny.
I love you. Thank you so much, Angela. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, we are so happy to have you here. So, all right, you guys, you guys already know we're about to dig into this election. We're about to dig into this president. All right, Ann, take it away. Let's go, girl.
Okay, so last week, let's see, we got information on Trump's taxes. Then we had the debate where he really didn't do well. Then we had Melania's tapes. Then we have Eric Trump being subpoenaed for fraud in the Trump organization. There were so many things. So a lot of people thought this COVID thing was a fake. And it
I thought
certainly
that
has
too.
been turned into a branding opportunity, hasn't it? We don't know what to believe here. We're certainly not getting the truth.
But
So
I mean, in all honesty, how could you possibly actually believe him?
I can't.
it's really
Oh.
confusing.
I mean,
isn't
how
it?
could you actually believe him when he says, "Oh yes, I have the virus," when yet he does nothing to stop the spread of it? You know, how he's tried to actually handle the virus has been just absolutely irresponsible. So how can you actually trust that this man actually has it, and then everyone around him saying that they have it? Do they really have it?
Well,
I
that's the
mean-
thing. We don't know because we don't get any information on all those people. And when you looked at his event last Saturday or Sunday, what was it? The Amy Coney Barrett reception in the Rose Garden. Every seat was like the old days, right next to each other. Barely anybody had a mask on.
No social
So
distancing.
what's happening? Trump said today, leaving today, he feels better than he's felt in 20 years. So either he's having roid rage from all the steroids he's taking. One doesn't know what's going on.
Do you know that if he gets road rage and he has the key to the football package we're talking, the nuclear bombs,
Yeah,
he can really do some damage.
I think it's
Oh
gonna
my gosh.
it's that, or he's gonna be out naked on the balcony tonight.
I
don't know
vote for
what's
him
gonna
naked
happen,
on the
but-
balcony. Let's all vote for him naked on the balcony, just like in that cartoon president show.
I'd rather do the Whopper versus the Big Mac.
That's a bad image. It's a very bad image.
I'd rather do the Whopper versus
Yeah.
the Big
So.
Mac.
Go ahead,
So
Ann.
I'm hoping that there's going to be an element of dignity in all of this, maybe at the debate Wednesday night with Kamala Harris and Mike Pence. We'll see if he still, goes the party line with Mr. Trump is so fabulous and perfect and they've done so much. Because he's certainly fallen apart on the coronavirus task force that he was running.
Let me just say,
And the surge
Kamala's going to
is
tear
upon
him
us.
apart. She's going to tear him apart. She's going to tear him apart.
I hope so.
I mean, in all honesty, how could she not? I mean, with the things that have come out of this White House and just their ads that they're doing for the election. I mean, the ads are absolutely
Yeah.
horrible. I mean, I thought that between the ads and the debate, it's just embarrassing at this point.
Did you know
Go
that
ahead,
Joe
Craig.
Biden pulled all the negative ads against Trump once he was positive with COVID-19?
I
Out of respect.
know.
Yeah,
Let's
I
go-
remember
Time to
that,
go
yeah.
back.
Let's
Yeah.
pull the ads. Let's not beat him up. Let's show respect. He has family. He has kids. He has
Right.
wives. He has ex-wives. He has kids.
Yeah.
Get the ads.
He has
And they pulled
mistresses.
all of the negative ads that attack him off the air. But yet, Trump did
I
not
think-
pull one of his ads off. He
Trump
let,
gonna
didn't.
do
Oh,
that.
no.
he let the, and now Trump has
No, he would never do that.
COVID. So if he keeps the law as it is under Obamacare, Trump will be treated for free.
Well, he gets
Right.
treated
That's right.
anyway.
Yeah. No, we pay for it. Holla.
Right. We actually pay for that.
Well, he did pay $750 in taxes last year. That might cover it. What do you think?
I paid a lot more than that. I'll be happy to share that information. And I want his tax attorney, his accountant.
I would like his tax attorney as well.
Because I paid a lot more than that in my taxes, and I make a lot less.
You know what? I take that back because his tax attorney is probably going to end up in jail. So I take that back because everyone around him is either
Yeah.
going to court, in jail, getting ready to go to jail, trying to plead out to get out of going to jail,
Or writing a book and making money, which we're
or
not
writing
doing.
a book, right? Or releasing tapes of people being taped in the White House. I mean, it's like It's so scandalous. This is like the worst reality
But-
TV show ever.
3 years ago, I thought we were at the bottom, but every day is worse than the day before. You can't make this stuff up. Nobody would have accepted this script if they'd given it to a Hollywood producer. Nobody.
Oh my gosh, they're gonna
So-
write such a movie about this, and like we're all gonna be older and be like, I remember when that happened, and then our kids or our grandkids are gonna be like, really? Could someone really be that stupid?
Angela, I've been in the house for 9 months. What's a movie? What's a movie?
I love that.
I remember the 80s on CBS, like, the Tuesday night movie.
Right, the Tuesday night movie.
Back in the 80s. But what's a movie? I hear Regal Cinemas is closing up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My heart
they're
is
going
broke.
down.
They have the good seats. If you're a couple, and you want to go
Recliners?
there,
Yes.
they are like makeout
Yes.
city. OMG. Let me tell you.
Hey, Ann, I have a question. Ben, as though,
They should just leave the place open.
Yes, Bird. He has a question, Ann.
Ben, as though we live in a
Yes.
we live in a world where people love reality TV, right? So
Right.
our president is our reality. So once they vote him out, what
Yeah.
entertainment are we gonna have then?
We're going to bring back movies.
Look,
Exactly.
life can happen again. We can travel outside the country without people throwing sticks and stones at us.
I don't know about you guys. I am mentally starving for the last Fast and the Furious to end the series. I need to know how it goes. Does anyone know about that one? They have that? It's done,
No.
but COVID came out and the movie theaters closed.
Right, yeah.
Top Gun 2 with Tom Cruise, who's 4 years older than me, and he is coming out with another movie with Top Gun 2 with the son of Iceman and the son of the other character. He's teaching them.
What was his name?
I'm waiting for Coming
Goose.
to America
Goose.
too.
Goose. And
Yeah.
that got put in the can because of COVID.
They all, I mean,
So that's
there
Trump
are no
fault.
movies.
All movies are though.
But look, he did say he bought back football. So what do y'all want? Y'all want sports or you want movies?
I want
Look, you can't have both in the COVID.
I'd like a little cheerleader on the
Yeah.
side.
You can't have both. You gotta pick which one do you want. Which one do you want? You can't have both. All right, Ann, let's keep this
Football's
shit
not
moving.
doing too well. Okay, let's go. So what's happening also is major voter suppression efforts. In Pennsylvania, the Republicans in Pennsylvania started this election committee. Now, it might not go through because one of them got sick with COVID, little ironic there, but they want to be able to impound votes and put 3 Republicans and 2 Democrats on this committee, and Wolf wouldn't be able to be part of it. So far that's been tabled. Hopefully they'll go out of session before they can put that through. But every single state is doing this. In Texas, in a county that is enormous, probably the size of some states, they had 12 voting areas. Now it's down to 1.
What?
So this is happening this is just, they're so afraid that Biden's going to win that all they have is voter suppression, but it's going on everywhere. So here's the deal. Everybody should have 2 plans for voting. One, get your absentee ballot, because if there's COVID around or you can't make it to the polls, you've got that. If you decide you want to go to the polls, which is probably a better bet, because then the vote will be counted that night, or if you can drop it in a secure voting place,
Go vote.
then you go vote and you take your absentee ballot with you and you turn it in.
I already did
Now-
that, so I'm good.
You did that?
Oh, yeah, today.
You voted?
Absolutely.
Oh, good job.
I went D straight down the line.
That's right.
Yes, I think that's, everybody's got to do D straight down the line.
Yeah.
So I ordered an absentee ballot for my mother on September 25th, and it arrived today. So
Excellent.
get your ballot online.
Yes.
Do not count on the mails. That was 10 days to go 2 miles practically.
Wow.
So that's the other thing. Please, everybody go online to get your ballot.
And as soon as you get your ballot, fill it out and double check
Yep.
when you fill out your ballot that you have checked everything, you've marked all the boxes, you signed where you needed to sign, everything is correct, your party is correct. Make sure that your information is correct and that it's filled out correctly, because I heard a lot of horror stories about people not filling out their ballot correctly, and then it does get thrown away if it's not completed. 'Cause
Right,
it's
and you have
incomplete.
to, I know in the primary you had to put it in one envelope and then put it in another envelope, right?
Right.
That's still happening, yeah. So Angela, haven't you been registering people to vote?
Yes. So let me talk about that. So I've been working with voterspa.com and the NAACP, and they are actually working to get young people registered to vote. But they are not doing it the traditional way of voting. They are doing it a 21st century way of voting, which I love, which is through text messaging. So they find unregistered voters and registered voters to make sure that they're still registered in their proper county or state or whatever. And they send you a text and ask you, are you registered to vote? Are you going to be voting with a paper ballot? Are you actually going to the polls? And then you text them back. You can either text them stop, that you don't want them to text you, or you can say, yes, I am registered to vote, or no, I'm not. And then if you're not, they will send you a link, and all you do is you fill it out, and bam, you're registered to vote. I worked with them this past week, and we registered 25,000
Wow.
people to vote.
Amazing. Thank you. Thank you.
Fantastic.
Yes. And this was all done not by social distancing, not being out and pounding the pavement, but this was all done through text messaging. So I'm going to give that
So,
information.
Angela,
Yes.
were these just Pennsylvania voters?
Yes. These were Pennsylvania
Okay.
voters.
Wow.
Yes.
That's incredible.
Yeah. And a lot of the voters were young people, or they were first time voters. So the age
Great.
range went between 18 to like 25 of being registered.
Is everyone just checking in on Instagram and Facebook, getting the little things to register to vote, little pop-ups?
Yes.
I'm absolutely all for that.
Yes.
That gets the younger people involved, the next generation.
Yes.
It gets everyone from one area, from another, for different demographics. I am all for that.
Because people have to realize that the way that we've been taught to vote and doing ballots and getting stamps and mailing, young people are not going to do that. They live in an age
Right.
of instant, click it, buy it, delivered to my door.
Right.
So you have to give them something that's going to keep their attention long enough for you to say, okay, this is what you need to do to vote. So I think it's an amazing way, and I love that all these organizations are combining their efforts to make sure that people are getting registered to vote. And people are excited about it, because at this point, with what's going on and just all of the the horrible things that keep coming out, it's like everybody wants to vote. It's not so much a thing where, remember when, we had Vote or Die and Rock the Vote, and we had all these different campaigns that had to convince people to vote. I think that people are just noticing how bad it is, that now they're just like, I want to vote, because enough is enough. Like, we all want to get our lives back, and we want to get the ball rolling, but you can't deal with people who are in the White House who are buying seats. Speaking of which, Ann, let's talk about that. Let's talk about these
Oh my gosh.
fundraisers.
So,
These fundraisers
So-
and all these
so-
judges' seats up for grabs.
well, talking about the fundraisers, do you know that the people who were exposed in Bedminster, Trump got the virus. I mean, he was infected on Thursday, and he went to Bedminster, and people paid $250,000 to have a go-see with him. Now, what do those people expect with that money? They're buying the election. They're buying their influence. So this goes down to the Supreme Court. So why is Mitch McConnell and Lindsey Graham, why are they so determined to get Amy Coney Barrett through before the election when they wouldn't let Merrick Garland? There is the Federalist Society that has promoted all these right-wing judges. There is so much money behind them. There's Koch brothers money, and it's dark money that nobody knows about, but it reflects corporate interests. It reflects anti-environment legislation, anti-regulation
That's right.
legislation. And this is all for corporate interest, for a very small group of people. And they are bound and determined to get this woman in there. There's so much money behind Mitch McConnell to get this through. And I don't know, I mean, so far there's some sick senators, and we sort of hope that continues, because that's the best bet we have at the moment to stop this vote.
Absolutely. Go ahead, Craig.
I was distracted. Let's just go on really quick. Ready? Train of thought. I lost it. Help me out. What we're talking about?
Ann was just.
Oh, yeah,
Talking about
Mitch
Amy
McConnell.
Coney
Oh, yeah,
Barrett
okay,
being
right.
pushed
Listen,
through before
once-
the election.
When, not if, but when Biden wins, he has the power
Yes.
to add another Supreme Court or 2 or 3 on the Supreme Court. That isn't a law in the Constitution. It isn't. So we have 9 justices serving America. Everyone look, 9.
Right.
Yes.
He has a power
Yeah.
as a president to add another 1 or 2. He could add 3.
Right.
He has that power. Not the Senate, not Congress. He does. He can change that number. So whether he wins or Trump gets his the Supreme Justice in or not doesn't affect me. We will change it. If every woman understands this concept of why we have to do it, and it's not me. I'm 52 years old. It's the next generation I have to look out for.
Correct.
Absolutely.
Correct.
Absolutely. I need to look out for them. They understand what the big picture is.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I mean, these are the things that like we have to have conversations about because most voters don't pay attention to Supreme Court judges. Most people don't even know why we even have a Supreme Court.
You're absolutely right.
I mean, they don't even know why we have a Supreme Court. So if you don't know why you have it or why you need it, then you don't care who's sitting on it.
Right. So everyone knows that I'm DDG Photos, and I worked for 5 years for Larry Flint. Larry Flint was shot in the back by a white
remember?
man for a pictorial he put in his magazine
Right.
of a white woman with a white man with a black woman. He was shot in the back. That case went to the Supreme Court, and under the Supreme Court ruling of freedom of speech, Larry Flint was a winner. Understand? So that's the most important thing you have to understand. You have the right to protest. You have the right to protest. If you want to protest for something, I have the exact same right to stand next to you and protest against it.
That's right.
That's what America is about.
That's right.
Finding the connection to work together is democracy.
That's right.
That's what
That's
we're
right.
forgetting. We have one side of I see you smiling at me. We see have one side of one side of the aisle and the other side of the aisle, and they don't believe in bipartisan. They say, nope, screw you, nope, I'm not doing it, and we're just deadlocked. And who do I hurt? I hurt the people down in
That's right.
in a lower tax bracket. I hurt the
You
girls.
hurt the children.
I
Right.
hurt that girl who's a busboy in a restaurant trying to make money.
You hurt
I
the
hurt
veterans.
I hurt the girl who's a dry cleaner. I hurt the
Yes.
guy who's a janitor who wants to have a family. I hurt the guy who works in the supermarket. I almost said the shop right. In the supermarket. Who's trying to save up to buy a car because interest rates are too high for him to get a car. So you have to understand these things. I see this every day working, when I did for a hustler, why this is so important. This is so
Yes,
important.
and he
The
worked for Hustler
Constitution.
too.
Absolutely.
And they pay
And
good.
I marched against repealing Roe versus Wade 30 years ago, and here we are.
That's right.
Back
And they're
again.
trying to
And
reverse
this woman gets on the court, they will be on this
Man.
so fast, which I don't understand what
It's
their
not even about
motivation is.
that.
I truly don't.
Let me jump in the
But
conversation.
that's what's at risk here.
Let me just jump in the conversation with you. Ready? So I'm going to tell you, I'm on the radio. I'm a white guy. I'm 52 years old. I am Jewish. I'm a middle class guy. I'm kind of nice. And the point I'm getting at is a woman's body is her body. It's not mine to judge.
That's
number
right.
one.
Thank you.
Healthcare. I don't care if you're 16, 32, or 64. If you can't afford healthcare, you have to get it for free. No fight about it. Done.
Absolutely.
Done.
You know what? Healthcare
And
and
that's up for
education
grabs.
should
That's
be
a
free in
Planned
this
Parenthood.
country.
Really
I'm
up for
sorry.
grabs.
Healthcare and education should be free in this country. For as much
Yep.
products as we consume and the things that we sell and the dream that we sell, how is it that our education and our health is not free? It's free in third world countries. But here we have to pay for it. There is something sickly wrong with that.
If a woman gets a cyst on her ovaries, I know it's a big word I'm using, I'm so sorry, it has to be removed. Get the idea? If women need health care for free.
I just
If they
love
can't afford
why that impression though. Like why that part of
because Trump wants to take that away.
He does want
does.
to take it away. He wants.
And now that he has COVID, he has an
Right,
illness
like
that's a
in Canada.
precondition. So he falls under Obamacare. If he goes his way,
Yeah.
he loses it. So it's just 10 sticks of a puzzle. If you pull one, they all fall. Get the idea?
Yes.
I have a question,
Yes. Go ahead, Bert.
With the panel that we have in place, let's say the Senate, the House of Representatives, the Supreme Court justices, and all that, which president, if elected, is in a better position to help us as a nation? Democrat or Republican?
Democrat.
Well, first of all, we don't play together.
I'm honestly speaking because
how to help
the numbers
nation,
favor whoever got the numbers. That's who it favored that could do the most for us. Correct, right? or wrong?
That's correct, because that way when bills come to the House, if the House is mostly Democrat, they know if they pass the bill's going to pass.
That's correct.
Okay.
So,
And then the Senate blocks it because the Senate is Republican.
correct.
So one house is Democrat,
So-
one house is Republican. Now, do you
And
all?
the Senate is majority white men. The Democratic House is much more diverse, and that's where we need to represent our country. The Democratic Party represents our country much better than the Republicans ever will. They are holding on to old ways, and they're hanging on for dear life. But we will make no progress without all the women, men, and diversity in the Democratic Party.
You want to hear a funny,
We need
funny
some
thought?
youth in this part in both these
yeah.
parties. We need to get all these old ass people out of office because they've been in there for about 50 damn years.
That's why we got
doing
Cory
the
Booker.
same damn thing.
And
That's why we got Cory
they all
Booker.
need
The
just
crazy
to
part
get
is,
out. 'Cause I
Angie's
was
saying
like,
what I really wanted to say.
we
Because
gotta wait till they
honestly,
die off. That's
who are we
crazy.
really voting? If you vote for Trump, if you voting for Biden, who are you really voting for? We don't really have. We forced to even vote for either one. We
But
don't
you deal with Nancy next, and then that's worse.
I'm just saying, like, we don't even have another candidate to choose from. We either
Right.
Trump or Biden. I just want to know, like, can we get somebody who really going to represent the people and do things for us, not what's beneficial
Well,
to
you
your
know
personal
what?
agenda?
I think we had Kane
Wait a
West,
minute,
but he
we
dropped
also
out.
get Kamala. We get Kamala with Biden. Biden is only going to be a one-term guy. He knows who he is and why he's there.
Yeah.
And I think he is going to open his arms to younger people. He already has, with his advisory committees, are very equal and diverse. And I think he realizes that. But I think Kamala is more the face of the party.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I would agree. I mean, and she's younger. You know, she's she's spicy.
She's got good eyebrows.
Yeah.
You
She's
What?
got great sneakers.
say she's got great what? Sneakers.
I mean, just like,
Sneakers, she does.
like you said, when you look at the debate, it was just like two kids. It's like when we get older, just like when you born as a child, your parents take care of you, change your
Right.
pampers and all that. When you get older, your kids end up taking your pampers to take care of you. So that's what we just ran into, two old
Right.
people acting like little kids. And that's
Right.
what we dealing with. This is
Exactly.
who running our country.
And you know what? The sad part about it is the people that should have actually been our nominees are not nominated. That's the sad part. And it all boils down to these super PACs and money. That's what it boils all down to.
And then it's like,
Yeah,
That's what it
it
boils
does.
down to. And it's like
It does.
politicians, they can't tell us anything as citizens because y'all are all freaking millionaires and billionaires. Y'all do not live in the same world that we do. So why are they making the laws that we have to abide by?
I don't think
That
Trump
makes no sense.
ever went to the supermarket for milk. You know what I'm saying?
Right, but they don't know. No, they send their maid to go to the supermarket to get milk.
Exactly.
We all have to mask up and go to the supermarket and get milk.
You know-
that to me makes no
Yeah.
sense. That makes no sense to me. Why are these
You-
people even in power? They should not even be allowed to
You,
even
you
run.
know what?
For what?
You only need to be a congressperson for 2 years, and you have Social Security and health care for
For
life.
life.
Whoa.
For life.
That's where we should be. We should be telling our children to run for Congress and
Right.
go in for 2 years, and then they'll be set up.
Right.
That's not
Yeah,
nice.
Right. Go to Congress and
Those
learn
guys should not be
and
making
learn
the
how to be a
rules.
real gangster because those are where the real gangsters are. They always talk about don't go to the black neighborhood or to the brown neighborhood. That's where the criminals are at. That's a bunch of BS. All the criminals live in Washington,
Absolutely.
D.C. All those people, they're all the criminals because they
Hold
stay
Correct.
raping us. That's all they do. They steal our taxes. We don't get anything from it. Our schools are crap. But yet we have to sit here and like we're up here now debating this, and it's really like no debate. We all know as human beings, we're smart. My daughter's smart enough. If I could have a conversation about politics to my 13-year-old, then these adults and all this back and forth is a bunch of BS. It is a dog and pony show.
Yeah.
I want to know, how do we get rid of the damn dog and pony show?
Right.
Didn't Trump say he was going to dredge the
Voting.
swamp? He never did.
I don't listen to anything that he says. Whenever he talks, it
Yeah,
sounds
he's-
like
you know, This is
Charlie
all
Brown.
about
Wah, wah, wah,
increasing
wah,
his
wah, wah.
brand. For Trump, it's his brand and making money, and he's been stealing since the day he got in office.
They're all stealing.
And there is so much fraud in his campaign. Brad Pascal, his campaign manager, who had to go off to a psychiatric institute last week, they're looking at like 170 million or more in fraud from the campaign. Trump's been paying his legal fees from the campaign. There's so much corruption in all of this. So we got to get the money out of there.
Yeah, the money has got
We
to
got to
go.
vote.
The money's got to go. The money, I mean, all of these super PACs and all of that, there has got to be a way that that we can get them out. I mean, they all have got to get out. They really do.
But we need a new Supreme Court.
We need a new everything. We need a new everything because every time I see something or I see these people talk, they all just look like they're all saying the same thing. It doesn't matter if they're Democrat or Republican, they're all a bunch of crooks. So we need to get people who are not crooks. So it's not about the blue or the red. It's about who is honest and who's full of crap and who is a thief. And most of these people are thieves. That's what it really boils down to. That's what kind. And this is what. And this is.
Does
what,
paying $750 make you a thief in
like.
taxes?
Yeah.
I just want to know, how do we get rid of the thieves? 'Cause my mom always said, don't trust a liar and a thief. Yeah. Yeah, my mom always said, don't trust a liar and a thief, and we have that as a president.
That's my last girlfriend.
Listen, every time he says to you, he says, to tell you the truth, if you want to know the truth, everybody knows this. Lie. You can't believe a thing.
La 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 la.
So,
Do we all know just if President Trump
la.
did pass his powers, if he took the 25th Amendment and he passed the presidential powers
Yeah.
to his VP, and his VP got COVID, you know the powers of the presidency would pass to Nancy Pelosi?
I've been waiting for that. Look,
Let me tell you.
female
if it
president
takes too
waiting
long
for
with
that
the
one.
election and nobody can see.
But that's it. But that's it.
That's who becomes
But the
president.
question
Give
is,
it to
the
Nancy.
question is, like I told her earlier, we had
Give
this
it to
conversation.
Nancy.
If they honest enough to tell you was really, really long, because the doctor had to diagnose him unfit to be the president. He had to be mentally unfit,
well, we all
or his
know he's
condition had to be to the point where he
He's
can't perform
been
the presidency.
mentally unfit for 3 years. Cut that shit out.
All right, but
For his whole
I'm
entire
not
life,
denying that.
probably. His whole entire
a
life,
high
that
five.
man has been
Come here,
unfit.
give me a little high five.
Yes.
Listen,
He's been mentally unfit for 3 years.
apparently his Donald Jr. thinks he needs an intervention, but he's afraid to tell him.
You know what? I'm going to
No,
urge
he's-
everyone
listen.
to watch the cartoon
Listen, when he's,
president.
when he's naked on the balcony tonight, do you think they'll admit that something's wrong here?
We already know something is wrong with that man. We already know that he has more issues than a little bit. Oh my goodness, Ann. Did we cover everything?
Oh, maybe. I don't know. We could go on and on and on.
You know what? Hold on. Let me go
Okay.
to social media really quickly. Betty says people need to learn all about their branches of government and vote for who will stand
Yes.
against corruption. That's absolutely true. We got to find out who's not corrupt, though. Hey, Kay Nicole.
Yes.
Shout out to Kay Nicole. Kay Nicole said they have taken money that was for masks and spent it on the military. That's true. That's true. They took a lot of money from that COVID budget and spent it on the military.
Yep,
Yes, they did.
Yep,
Yes, they
and-
did.
and we don't need that.
No, we
And
do
the
not.
and the fake wall. Do you know how much money's gone to the fake wall?
Right, the fake
And do you know how
wall.
much money have gone to the private corporations who own detention centers? It's horrible.
And
It's
what happened-
horrible.
And,
We're-
and what about the children in the cages? Did we all just
Yeah.
forget about the kids in the cages? Are the kids out of the cages yet? Are they still in the cages?
Oh, it gets even better.
Oh, no.
It gets even better.
Oh, no,
we
no.
haven't brought up yet Stormy Daniels,
Oh God.
and we haven't brought up
Yeah.
and all the other bad things he said in the past. Oh, in that interview when he had the microphone on, he said the bad words.
Oh yeah, grab him by
yeah.
the whoop whoop.
Whoop, whoop. Thank you. Beep,
Grab him
beep.
by the whoop whoop.
Is that water or is that vodka?
That's actually water. It should be vodka, but that is actually water. So go ahead and rock out. Oh, look at you. But I mean, after this whole 2 months of talking about America and our politics and the corruption, I'm gonna start bringing in vodka because I think that vodka would be appropriate.
Is it Tito's?
Yeah.
or I'm sorry, tequila.
because my life is like a 3-ring circus with politics.
It
good,
is a
too.
3-ring circus.
It's
I get
bad.
between COVID and the politics. I just get anxiety.
Well, you know,
You just can't make it up.
and okay, and real quick, let's talk about COVID. When it comes to COVID, what are our numbers when it comes to COVID right now?
COVID right now is surging in a lot of places. It's not good. And then we're going to have flu season. So everybody has to be as vigilant as they have been. It's not going to go away, I think, till next spring, probably. So we got to just keep going. They are learning new ways to deal with it that I think are the survival rate is better. But there was that kid in North Carolina, I think, last week, who had it and went back to college and woke up and couldn't walk. It went to his brain. So that's a new twist.
Oh my gosh.
And he died.
You know,
So we have to avoid it. That's all we have to do is avoid it.
And then you know what? You have to make sure.
you got to wear a mask. You got to
Yes.
wash your hands.
Wash
you got to
your
protect
hands.
your
Yeah.
family.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
Yeah. Keep washing your hands.
Got
and
my
keep
mask.
wearing
Bottom
your
line.
mask. Right.
Hey,
Just,
yo, so what about the
Everywhere.
brain
And
bugs?
go home and drink by yourself. Don't go to a bar.
Well, yeah, I'm waiting for the
Just-
COVID cure.
I understand the need for alcohol.
Okay,
but
and
do
hold
it by
on.
yourself.
the
or in a safe
cure
place.
is not coming out before the election.
Right.
Pfizer already announced that and said there is no cure.
But it could be a 2-part. So
And let's just talk about that really quickly.
Okay, go ahead.
How I was listening to the radio. I was listening to it's
Another show?
Clear Channel.
okay.
I was listening actually to Clear Channel
Uh-huh.
in Philadelphia, and they had a commercial that was broadcasting. Would you like to sign up to test out a vaccination for COVID?
They sure was.
There is a commercial that
Maybe
is
not.
running.
Really?
Yes.
Maybe.
Like a value pack of drugs?
No. There's a commercial where they are going to
Oh my
give
gosh.
you the cure for COVID after they infect you with it, and
Something
you're-
seems
and,
wrong.
and you're going to be a guinea pig. And
That
this
doesn't
was
sound
on-
right to me for some
This
reason.
was on WDAS.
What?
I'm waiting for someone to say, "Come get your COVID,
No,
get 2 doses,
This was on
and we'll
the
give you a free
radio
bottle of
station
Viagra," and I'll
in
be right there.
Philadelphia. No.
I'll be right there signing up for it."
No. So look,
Cheap date.
so to add to the drug problem that we have in Philadelphia with all, with all of these
We don't have a
safe
problem.
havens to go and get high at, now they want to add in, let's test on Philadelphians and see the kind of vaccination.
Well-
so we're gonna put that into the air too.
I
Are
see
you
a
getting paid for it? Because I
They
know
paying enough.
sometimes they're doing that where you can make money if
They
you do
did
that.
not say
Yeah.
if it was paid or not.
But
It
what
was-
they'll do
you
is
had to
they give you
volunteer.
the
Right, a
inoculation,
guinea pig, right?
and then they will infect you with COVID and see if
You're gonna
it
get her
works.
somehow.
insane.
Yep.
I would never do that. What if it doesn't work? I'm going to die.
But I'm still stuck on
Yeah.
how they can advertise that on the radio. How can you buy? And
Well,
how
they
can the,
need a lot
You can
of
buy as
people to
much
do this.
airtime
And I
as you
think they've
want,
done that
but-
before, where they've had drug trials where they
Because-
hire
Yeah.
people to
People
do the
probably
drug
It's on
volunteer.
trial.
Do
TV.
it.
It's more of
They
like
do
what you're hearing on the radio. That's what sticks in your head.
They have some jobs, some sites when you put in for a job interview, when you look for a job, and that type of stuff will come up. They had this one joint over Maryland. They
Yeah.
was on testing. They wanted people to stay over there for like 2 weeks, and they was giving them like $700.
Yep, it's
something
money,
Like that.
see?
You know what I mean?
Told you.
but
It's
that
a
is
lot of stuff
Yeah.
that goes on like that.
crazy. We have laws. We have laws.
But they volunteer. That's why they get them to sign a waiver.
But there's some
Right,
people
so,
that
so
don't
you
care.
volunteer, so
Yeah.
you sign your rights away or
Yep,
your life
exactly. Oh yeah, totally.
away. Right. So yes.
Sign your life away where you die. basically.
There is not. Yes. Oh, thank you, Kia. Yes, the opioid epidemic that we have here in Philadelphia. So on top of that, we want to add this to that. On top of that, I mean, this is America. This is actually America.
The land of the free, my
This
dad.
right. You can
Oh,
make up
yeah,
your
yeah.
mind if you want them to test their experimental drugs on you. And I hope not for free, but she did not mention any monetary money on that commercial ad.
Yeah, I think they're paying people, but a lot of
figured
these,
that.
Pfizer came out who's trying to get a vaccine, and they really have said, listen, we are not being part of politics. We're going to be following our protocol, and we will not do this because everyone's so worried that Trump is pushing this thing so hard to get it before the election, and it won't be safe. So they're backing away. And I think another trial had to be stopped because somebody had neurological problems or something. So, it normally takes 3 to 5 years to get a vaccine. So,
Well, I'm
Doesn't
just
look
going to
good.
say this. Hands in the room if you're not going to be taking a vaccine. Raise your hand. I'm not taking that shit.
I
I
put
was
both
like,
hands
I
up.
feel super bad raising my hand though because
I raised both my hands. I'm not taking that. I know. No,
especially if it comes
Now,
from
do you-
China.
Right? Do you all remember when?
It's going to come from China with the little bugs. Oh my God! And then
The
we got
spotted flies that you were talking about.
I hate the spider flies.
I call them jumping bugs.
Oh, they are so
Angie,
ugly.
I want to say something. Being with Pon Pon, I have learned something. Right. We went shopping, and she told me that they have tracking devices in Victoria's Secret bras.
Oh yeah, you can
Right?
see that. It's
Oh,
on
I saw
TikTok.
that on YouTube. I saw that.
That was
So,
on
If
TikTok.
they got tracking devices in Victoria's Secret bras,
Yep.
why would I take a vaccine so they can track me even more? Like they might inject me.
But they're tracking you
They
with your
can
phone.
inject you.
They're
And
tracking
they
you with your
will.
phone. I mean, like it's not like it's new.
Yeah, my bride.
Do you guys remember when Trump gave out $600 a week for unemployment because of COVID, the stimulus package? We don't know this yet, but when taxes come, he's
so
going to get that money back. He's going to get
You
that
gotta
money
pay that back.
Yes.
we know.
Definitely gonna get that money back.
Oh,
The
and-
stimulus was a
Definitely.
little nice, just a little bit.
That's what it was. It was a little nice stimulus, but come
I
tax
like
time-
the amount. Okay, it was mine. I didn't have to
well,
share
you know
it.
what? I will tell you this. When
I
it
still
comes
have
to
it.
that stimulus, you've already paid for that.
I know, which
Yeah.
is so sad.
You already paid for that
Yep.
because that was already factored into your taxes. I know it's because my brother works at the IRS, and so he explained that to me. He
Oh,
explained
boy.
that it
They're
was
going to
not
lower your
any
deduction,
type, right,
and you're going to pay it back.
right. You've already so you're paying yourself with your own money.
Yep.
Right, which is my point that our healthcare and our education should be free because we all have big old bank accounts. I wonder how much my bank account is here in America. I wonder. I would really like to know how much is your bank account with America, Craig? How much money do you
My
think?
bank account's good.
They
I'm
had
I'm
taken
buying a
from
new
you?
BMW next week. I'm pretty good.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well, look. If your
And if you're
personal
from
bank
Philly-
account
if you're
is,
from
all,
Philly-
is awesome, your government bank account is amazing. Yes, because if you're able to do that, then the money that they're getting off you, it's amazing.
I told you I'm 52. I started saving my money a long time ago with an IRA. Someone showed me how to do it. I put, whatever, 20, 30 bucks in a week, not knowing it. And then 20, 30 years later, I'm like, "Pfft,
Right.
oh my goodness, look how much I got.
But you know what?
That's why I'm always happy.
yeah.
You know what? the sad part about that is the youth now, they're not going to have an opportunity
That's right, because
to
we
do
took-
that because everything is so messed up.
Back in the
Between
80s,
the banking, our banking system, our stocks, everything's so messed up. Like I got a letter from Medicare, and I was like, "Oh, this is a joke," because by the time it's time for Medicare, Medicare's gonna be gone. Somebody's gonna steal all that money. That's gonna be gone. So I know that for
That's
my
true.
age, I can't depend on Medicare. So somebody like Danny, you can't even depend on. I don't know what you can depend on.
back in the 80s,
you have to depend on yourself.
I depend on my parents until I'm 26. Then I gotta find something.
back in the 80s, if you put a
more
dollar,
years.
if you put a dollar into your IRA, if you put $1, your employer would put $1 in.
Right.
If you
They
put
don't do-
$10
They
in,
don't do the match
he would have put
anymore.
$10
They
in.
match it.
They don't
Exact-
do the match
So if I put
anymore.
$1,000 in a month or 2 months, they would put another $1,000. And, like,
And now they don't.
now they
Employers
do- now
don't
they
do that
put-
anymore. They don't
they
do
put
that.
4 cents for every dollar. 4 cents on every dollar.
So
Wow.
And then if you have to
Thousands.
borrow against your 401k, you got to pay that darn penalty, which is not fair either.
It's 10%. It's 10%. It's a horrible fee.
It's
Still.
amazing.
But still, you have to pay on your own. See, no, that's you scamming me. You
I
gonna
mean,
make me
that's
pay my own
that's.
money.
If you run into anybody who's planning to vote for Trump, just tell them anything they think that they're safe with, it's over. They're going to go after Social Security. They're going to go after Medicare. They're going to go after everything. So nobody's safe. They're
And-
going after Obamacare. And that may hit home with these people, but I don't know. Pretty much that you can't talk to them.
And Trump, like a
But-
great leader, I mean, sarcastic, like a great leader, says something about the Proud Boys and won't define negativity
Right, right.
on national
Oh
television
yeah.
about.
I actually caught him saying that. That's why I posted it because I said I'm waiting for him to say something ignorant. I knew it was coming, and he cannot.
Proud
he
Boys.
can't denounce his fan base. he can't sit there and say, "Oh yes, I support Black Lives Matter, and I believe that everyone."
He won't say Black Lives Matter. He
No,
won't even say it.
He's not going to say that.
He won't even say it.
because then he would be turning his back on his fan base.
He got upset when we put Black Lives Matter and we named a street after it. I've been to New York City. I have a picture on my cell phone. They've renamed a street Black Lives Matter. Trump
I know,
stays
in front of
away
Trump.
from that.
I love
and,
it.
and isn't it in front of his building?
So good.
It was.
Yeah,
So
so
yeah.
good.
I mean, okay. Well, Ann, thank you so much. Welcome back. I'm so glad that you are back. We're going to continue this conversation, and on our next show, we are going to talk about the book. We're going to talk about the book,
All right.
Loyalty. How was that book? I'm still working on it.
No, Disloyal,
yeah,
Michael
I'm sorry,
Cohen.
Disloyal.
Honest to God, I needed to go through a car wash after I read that, not
It's
just
so-
take a
it's so
shower.
disgusting.
So
It's so
it was such
disgusting.
good information.
Michael.
that Trump
Yes.
is scorched earth on everything.
It's just
it's
despicable.
really
I read inserts how
Disheartening.
Trump paid
But-
Michael and Michael paid Stormy Daniels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how
Yeah.
he was involved in everything. So it's not hearsay. It's him actually saying, this is what I did. Yeah, he's an active participant.
yeah, and
So
then
it's just-
stiffs them. Then Trump stiffs everybody.
So we'll talk about Disloyal. And and on a daily basis, there's always something to talk about. So by the time we have our next show,
Yes, there-
everything that we
God
learned
knows
in next
what will
week
be
will be
happening.
irrelevant. so
Be more topics.
Right,
right.
right. We have more topics
Okay.
than we know what to do with. But thank you so much, Ann. Thank you so much, honey.
Thank
and thank you
you.
for
Good
wrapping
night,
us with
everybody.
a moment for the people with Ann. Give her a round of applause. Yay!
Oh, thank
Welcome
you.
back,
Thank
Ann.
you.
Nice flowers,
Okay,
Ann.
be well, everybody.
That's all I see.
Stay
I don't
well.
see a face.
Bye, honey.
Bye-bye.
All right, you guys. So we're going to take a quick commercial break. And when we come back, we're going to dive right into our interview with Miss DJ Fricka Danny.
Thank you.
On Behind the
I know, I
Velvet
love
Rope
that too.
Radio Show.
You a DJ?
He might be in the bathroom. No, we're back.
I don't think we ever really left. Welcome back. Welcome back. If we ever left, who knows? We might not have. Right? Well, you know the funny thing is, at least when we are talking, we're not being so inappropriate. Right, so it's still just over. No break for the weary. But Bert, can you go see who's back there and tell me if I need to turn her down a little bit? Because I can't do an interview with like the house music like blaring in my ear. That's just not gonna work.
It's something else, isn't it?
Yes. Welcome back, even though we never left. We were here the whole damn time.
Well, I did take a little trip while you were gone.
Welcome back.
Of course you did.
Thank you.
Okay, you guys. Well, we are down to our final hour. It's the 10 o'clock hour. So we're going to dive into our interview with our special guest, Miss DJ Danny.
I love that you did that. That is so cute.
Well,
That's so cute. Yes. Awesome. Thank you.
So okay, first of all, if you guys, I'm a flash her so you guys can see her on my Insta. So if you recognize DJ Danny, why do they recognize you, Danny?
Why would they recognize me? I do a show here Tuesday nights from 6:30 to 7:45 Eastern Standard Time every Tuesday.
Okay, so let's get right into your interview. Okay. So let's just start. So first of all, you are 22? 23. You are 23.
Yes.
So tell me how at 23 did you realize that you wanted to have your own radio show, which you have on iHeartRadio?
Yes, I do.
Right.
So actually, growing up, my father's had this station since I was a little kid. So I previously had a show when I was 6 years old, and it was
You had a show when you were 6?
I did. It was one where I just played music. It was a lot of like Disney Channel, so like Hannah Montana, Cheetah Girls kind of thing.
No DMX?
No DMX.
Just checking. Tupac?
No,
Okay,
actually.
just
Sadly, no, it wasn't that.
Okay.
And my dad was telling me when I was younger and I was very like stage fright, scared to get on a mic. He was like, you have to get back on air and you have to let them know what songs played. Like it was like Bubbly by Colby Collette, back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay. And, we tried that once. My dad still will have that show, and he'll play it from time to time on Hamilton Radio to embarrass me. But no. And then I kind of got more into it when I was just getting a little bit older. I think when I was like 17, 18, looking more at my father. He was doing this with the radio station, with Ruben, with the studio they finally had. And I wanted to take it by the wings and try to get a better idea of what I'm supposed to do, how I can book guests, what would my show be about?
Right.
So I just remember, when I was 18, Ruben and my father talked to me professionally. You have to stop messing around. You have to take it seriously. You have to enjoy your interviews with your guests and just, make the life of it. Enjoy what you're doing. So I recently did that, and on my 20th birthday, iHeartRadio picked me up on my show. And
Wow.
it's also for
Yes!
Round of applause.
That's right, honey.
Yes, it's also for a lot of the celebrities and guests that I reach out to because it's something that they want to see abroad,
Right.
So I reach out to a lot of independent artists. I've had some Disney Channel stars. I've had Freeform stars. Actually, coming up in 2 weeks on the DJ Danny Show is Justin Guarini. He is from American Idol
Yes,
season
he
1 with
is.
Kelly Clarkson.
I
Wow.
remember him
Video
with the
call,
curly
me and my
hair.
sister.
Yes.
So,
Oh, I'm
there you
excited.
go. So you never know who's going to come on my show. So it's super exciting. I mean, you're on my show tomorrow.
I am on your
So,
show tomorrow.
yeah, so you get the spotlight too. So I'm very thankful you had me here today. This is amazing. Thank you.
Oh, well, look, we here at Hamilton Radio, we have to support each other. And I mean, in all honesty, just reading your bio and your story is just so impressive to me because when I first met you, I thought you were way older.
Okay.
Not that you look older, but you're just so much more mature.
What? Oh my God! Thank you. I love that.
And I
How
just was
old did you think I was?
I thought you were probably about maybe 25 or 26.
Okay, that's perfectly
Yeah.
fine. Okay, that is amazing. I'll take that as a compliment because
Because remember, we met at Troy's Awards.
yes, we did.
Where'd you meet at?
Troy Alexander's award
Yes.
show.
He's another DJ who has a show here. called Inspiration with.
He's
Troy
actually my
Alexander.
go-to photographer.
Yeah, yep. He actually shot one of my shows, and I was a guest on his show. And then when I first started the show last year, he came on my show in Philly. And now, before this year ends, I gotta have him come on this show here
Again,
in
yeah.
Jersey.
Oh my God, that's
and do
awesome.
full circle. And he was actually my inspiration to even do a show.
He's amazing.
He's
I
so-
mean,
he's so
I love
inspiring.
watching his show when he's live.
He's so inspiring.
Exactly.
Him
Yep.
and his mother.
Yes,
Oh,
Helen
Miss
is
Helen.
amazing.
Shout out to
Helen and Charles
birthday.
Alexander. Oh my gosh.
Yes, and happy belated birthday to Miss Helen
Oh
Alexander.
yes, yep. Her birthday was just the following day, right? Was it yesterday?
Yeah. Or it was like the day
Sunday or
before
something like that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that. So yes.
Sounds
So
good.
okay, so Danny, so tell us, how can people follow you? How can they get in contact with you? If there are any independent artists or designers, the models that are on my page, how can they get in contact with you to get on your show?
So all they can do is they can go to thedjdanyshow.com. So it's TheDJDanishow.com. I have a contact page. You can give me a little bit information of why you want to be on my show or what you want to prosper when you come on my show. I've had a couple people from Shark Tank as well, and I've actually helped boost their career for not getting on, the full Shark Tank with like Lori Grenier and Damon Johnson and everything. So they can reach out to me on there or my social media, just DJ Danny Show, or I think it's the DJ Danny Show on Instagram and so forth. So it's the DJ Danny Show everywhere. It's my name. Nobody else can take it. So.
Right, it's you.
It
It is you. And so tell me, and so you have started now you're coming over into my world.
Yes.
Yes, you're
Modeling,
coming over
babe,
into the
yes.
modeling world. Tell me about you coming over into the modeling
So
world.
I recently got a chance to basically do a little bit of modeling for Brand A for the Morgan Marie Michael Foundation.
Okay.
Yes, yep, that's me.
Yes.
Thank you so much for the follow.
Ah!
Thank you. I will follow you back after the interview. And I got a chance to basically see the other sides of being on the runway versus behind the runway.
Okay.
Because I'm always, if I ever go to events and stuff, I always see people walking the runway or something. And I've always wanted to do that, deep down inside. You don't know if you can, but you want to find out how you can be a part of that. So I got a chance to do that with the Morgan Marie Michael Foundation, which is autism awareness. So I model for autism awareness. I'm an ambassador. So I help raise money for, thank
Yes.
you. So I help raise money for sensory devices, and we try to help raise for iPads for the kids, just for help more communication wise.
Nice.
And I really love being a part of their events and everything that we can do with the exposure, and Troy's always our photographer.
Yes. Yes.
And he does so much for us. We actually also just shot a billboard that's being released the following Sunday.
Yes, girl,
I
yes.
can't wait to see where our face is going to be.
I love it.
So shocked to say I'm actually a part of this. I'm on the billboard, and they said that we could be anywhere around the world. So they said Texas, Tennessee, Las Vegas, Nevada, Las Vegas is Nevada, California, New York, Philadelphia. It's amazing and mind-boggling to know that I could see my face on a billboard.
Girl, you're going to be on a billboard. And look, let me tell you, that is the most amazing experience. To drive and see yourself.
I know. I want
a
my parents.
billboard.
Yeah, I'm making my parents do it if it's in Pennsylvania. I already said so. It's happening, but-
Yes. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That is amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you. No, it's super exciting, and I'm very humbled and blessed for it, because I wouldn't have gotten anywhere or known anything about modeling or photography without being a part of them. So I give everything that I've ever had for them, because they're amazing, and I donate to them every single time I get paid, actually. So I love them, and I really do. I purchase from their brand a lot. Brand A. They have amazing boutique. It's in Paris, France, and all the clothes come from there and everything. Amanda Witkowski and Alyssa Lego are the brand owners.
Oh, that's beautiful. That is
Yes.
beautiful.
Yes.
Oh, well, everybody go follow Brand A. Is that what they are on Instagram?
Yes, they are Brand A on Instagram. Yep.
Okay, so yes,
I think
everybody.
maybe it's Brand A Dream or Dream Brand A, but they just released their website a few days ago also. Their new fall line is out.
Okay.
So people can get the new fall line out there. Definitely.
Oh my gosh, girl. I am so excited. Yeah, just amazing. Well, honey, I know some fantabulous designers.
Yes, you
I
do.
know you do.
I
Oh,
do.
I love that.
know some
I really
great
do.
designers. So, honey, when you want to get styles. And
I told you this.
profiles.
I totally do. I want to do a shoot with you. I need you to do my
Yes.
makeup. I want you to doll me all up. I will even pay you to do my makeup because you are amazing at what you do, okay? And I love watching you on QVC because I'm always sharing your posts, and you know that.
Yeah, yes, you do. You do. You always share my posts.
Yes.
Thank you for that. I
Yes.
appreciate the love. Well, Danny, look, don't go anywhere because this is a segment that I'm glad that you're here for.
Oh, okay.
We're getting ready to get into our Love After segment with Jacinth. Jacinth wrote a book called The Love After. And so we're going to get ready to dive back into The Love After. We just celebrated a whole month of Love After with Jacinth and finding your purpose and finding how to love yourself,
I
love
love
others.
that. Yes.
So, and here she is with no further ado. There's our girl, Jacinth. Hey, girl, hey!
Hey, girl, hey y'all.
So Jacinth, we have two special guests here. Well, you know Craig. You know Craig changes his woman as frequent as he changes his draws. And then tonight we have our other special guest, Miss DJ freaking Danny.
Hi.
And Danny is 23.
Hi, Danny.
So we're gonna be talking to her about some of her.
Yeah, I was reading her bio. That's amazing.
Oh,
She's just dope.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
And so young, like crazy.
Right, so young and just embracing her dreams, which is just beautiful.
Yes.
And trying to share it with the world and other people.
That's
That's
right.
all what I try to do for my show.
Right.
That's right. That's right. So, Jacinth, honey, what are we going to do for the Love After this month? Because after last month, we had such a phenomenal time, and we had a great panel guest on.
Oh my gosh.
So, what are we going to do for October?
It was
Happy fall.
you know what? You know, a lot I feel like a lot of people are gearing up towards the holiday, and you know, the holiday can be very sticky for a lot of people who probably feel alone or feel like they don't have a special someone, or probably going through a breakup, wanting to make up, you know, things of that sort. Okay, there I am. So I think just
like,
to
where'd she
dedicate
go?
as we prep for
Welcome
the
back.
holidays. Just can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, boo.
Yeah, just dedicating that to those people. Just know that you're not by yourself, and especially with the spirit of loneliness around the holidays.
Yes.
And also just knowing how to deal with breakup and some of the things that, you know, we recommend to do if you're dealing with a breakup. And we often hear a lot of people say the way to get over someone is to get under another.
No.
And we want to talk about that after we come back from our break.
Yes. Okay, you guys. So you guys heard it right there. We're gonna talk about do not hop under someone else to get over somebody else when we come back with Behind the Velvet Rope Radio Show. We'll be right back after this. look really dope. I'm gonna look. This is mannequins. Oh yes, Betty, she did. I'm sorry, it cut out. Instagram only lets me go for an hour, and then it cuts me off. But yes, she did say she modeled for autism awareness. Yes. And then she said, go follow the company Brand A, BRAND, and then the letter A.
There you go. Yep, Brand A is amazing.
Yes. There you go.
The boutique, the clothing line I model for.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Are we back?
Are we live?
Are we live again? Giuseppe, can you hear me? I can't hear you.
I was saying, is Bird in the building?
Look, she got a big old smile. She said, Bird is in the building.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, we ain't gonna do that. Like,
You know I like when my brother Bird is in the building now.
Hey, guess what? I went out and bought me 3 Halloween costumes. So you and Angie cannot forget. Next month, the following Monday.
Yeah, yes. We're going to have our
You're
costumes
scariest
on.
in your
What
best.
are y'all being? What are you gonna be?
I don't even know yet. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm giving that to my daughter, and that's her thing that she's supposed to be doing. So I have to
What,
get up
find
with
you a
Harmony.
costume?
Well, she's probably gonna make me one because she's gonna be one of her own avatars that she draws.
I got a good one.
So
Anime.
and then she was like, "Well, Mom, you can just be a witch." I said, "You trying to call me a witch?"
No,
Did,
that's not
Is
it.
there Halloween in Philadelphia? I mean, I don't know this.
No, we're actually gonna bring it here.
Oh, we are.
Yeah. So that way she could celebrate and dress up.
Good.
I love that. We should have candy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We're gonna have candy.
No. But I mean, like, you should have somebody else here, like, giving candy or something. You know,
And I'll
like,
sterilize every single piece for you.
There you go. Well, you know
Right.
what? My father always checked my candy, so that's kind of like the same thing.
Well, if I buy it, I'll have to check it.
You'll check it when you eat it, right? Yeah.
I'll be checking it as I'm
Munching
down.
on it. Yep.
Yes.
I got you.
All right, you guys. Well, welcome back. We are back. So let's dive into the love after. Ooh, excuse me. I got sneezed.
Bless you.
Oh,
Here.
bless you.
Hey, yo, hey.
I thought she was
Have some vodka.
screaming.
Everybody put their masks on. Put your mask
Oh,
on.
she sneezed. Hold up.
I know I sounded like a straight. That's
No,
my. That's not.
So
that's what
my
man was.
question for you, for the Behind the Velvet Rope family is, why is it that we feel it's best to get over someone by getting under another, especially men? Why do men move on so fast before they even say it's over? They already got someone else lined up, and just
I'ma
like
answer
a
that
domino
question.
Oh,
effect.
God.
It's asking him answer the question.
Uh-oh. Bird is up first.
You
Giselle.
got a man
Hold on.
first.
Hold on one
That's
second.
why I had to
Hold on
put
one second, y'all.
Build it.
Hold on one second. This is not the debate, and I'm about to be like Sam Jackson. Y'all got 2 minutes, mother. So 2 minutes,
All right,
and then you can go.
Here
So
go
all
my 2
right,
minutes.
Bird, go.
I think it's because a lot of guys don't like being lonely. They don't like the idea of being lonely. They don't like the idea of laying by themselves. They don't like the idea of being by themselves. So therefore, they find a quick fix, a quick substitute. You know what I mean? Their feelings is not involved. Trust me, their feelings is not there because, and I'm only speaking from experience because I have done it myself in my younger days. And when I went to look at the other person, I didn't even want to be bothered with that person. I still was in love with him. I still cared about him, but I was with somebody else. You know what I mean? So it don't make sense. You're right. It don't. But it happens because people get lonely. Like they just want to feel like they with somebody else.
Okay.
I definitely
ding.
feel that.
I know, but then the guys are going around hurting women that's, on the sideline, minding their business, working on themselves, living their best lives. And then here comes this brother who is not emotionally available and messing up, this woman's life. Or interrupting, I should say.
Listen, how is he interrupt? It depends on the agreement that y'all have. If you have an agreement that y'all want to be friends, if y'all have an agreement that because you're an adult, he didn't put a gun in their face and make you.
That's why I said not. Right.
Right. It was an honest conversation amongst two adults, and you decided to be with him. What his emotional state was, you don't know that, but he probably told you he was in a previous relationship. A guy not gonna be honest and be like, yeah, I love it. He gonna be like, man, I hate that beat. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, like,
that
you know,
quick?
because he mad, he's scoring. Like,
I know.
that's probably what the best thing that ever happened to him. So he feels some type of way.
True.
He hurt.
Okay.
So the only way to get over the hurt, because
All
the
right,
worst thing
10
that
seconds, Bird.
all right, the worst thing that can happen to a man is for him to see something that he really loves succeeding with somebody else. That hurts us more than anything in the world. And to not to be able to be with that or have some parts of that, so he just tried to do the best thing he can do and get over it.
All
That's
right.
soul right there. You hear
Bing,
that?
bing.
That's soul.
All right, Craig.
Yes.
Okay, don't get quiet now,
Is it
sir.
mask time? I'm sorry, I didn't
Don't
bring my
get-
mask.
He sneezed, I put a mask on.
Yeah, I sneeze. Yeah, so then I
keep
put my
sneezing.
mask on in case I sneeze again. My allergies. Okay, Craig. So you heard the question. So, opinion? Comment?
It's about
Repeat?
breaking up with someone.
and then
getting
getting
underneath.
getting under somebody new. Do
Okay.
you agree with it or disagree?
Listen, I'm an older man. It doesn't bother me. If somebody has a liking for someone and they want to share expressions, and sex is one way, other people having coffee together is an expression of love, other people holding hands. I happen to love our friendship, and we love talking on the phone. True.
And
True.
martinis. I'm just
And
kidding.
it's okay. And we do. We go out. What do I like?
Martinis
I
have
like
fun.
apple martinis.
We
It's no big
do.
deal.
We do.
So
We
there's
go out, have
different
fun.
ways of expressing love, okay? I happen to understand that. So it doesn't bother me. When I was younger, I didn't understand that.
Myself.
And I
Gotcha.
only thought physical companionship was the only way to express love.
What you still do now?
More than I need to do. I'm like, they go, Mr. Alkin, would you like this cure for this COVID-19? I go, you got any extra Viagra? You know? Doctor's like, get out.
But my question is, why do people keep on getting into relationship and they know that they're not fully healed or emotionally available?
All right, sometimes, Justin, let me just be a little blunt with you, right? It's like the worst thing that could have happened to any man, I think to me in my younger days, was that I was introduced to sex. Sex changed my life in a lot of ways. And what happens is, it's like one of the worst drugs out here that they don't tell you about. So
That's
just
true.
imagine imagine not being able to get it. So what if somebody find you sexy, just like we talk about the president of the United States, we just had a political moment with Ann. When you talk about a president, they're going to tell you anything that you're supposed to hear, that they supposed to tell you in order to get your vote. So a guy going to tell you anything that he want to tell you to get the cookies. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you know,
Right.
for somebody that likes sex and when you enjoy it, I'm just saying they're going to say what they want to say. And I'm not being disrespectful to no women out here. It's just we live in a sexual
Right,
world.
right.
You know what? I would probably say that the reason why I think women might do it is because they don't want to feel the pain. You know, sometimes to take the pain that you feel from a breakup or from you know just missing that person, having someone just to fill that void is you know just like a place sitter.
Just like you
somebody just to you know kind of warm the seat until you get over it, or like you said, you find someone who you're actually attracted to.
Yeah,
But
listen.
just like, excuse me,
You actually want to be
Angie,
with.
just like you said, on your point, a lot of people when they get hurt, they go alcohol, drugs.
Right.
So it's
Right.
a lot of different things that people use to channel
Addictions.
what they're going through,
Yeah.
and perhaps just
Right,
somebody
right,
else's feelings or
right.
having somebody else around. Because I think the thing about it, like, and the problem with a lot of us is the reason why we got this COVID situation because a lot of us cannot be by ourselves. We have to be around other people. So when people tell us not to go nowhere, we have to go turn up. We have to go somewhere. We can't sit down by ourselves and
That's
focus and
true.
do things that we need to do.
I mean,
this
that's
is
true.
and this is
Right.
all in relationships and all this because this is what we taught or what we believe is the American dream. You know what I mean? Don't nobody want to be lonely. Nobody.
That's true. I mean,
Right,
I
right,
mean, I
right.
completely agree with that.
There is a
And
difference between being alone and being
lonely. Yes.
Big
very
difference.
true.
I
Yes.
love to be alone.
Who you
Love it. Okay? That's why I ride a motorcycle. Why? Because I'm alone on the motorcycle. Get
But
the
you're
idea?
getting
It's not-
coffee. That's for yourself.
All right, I get my
I
coffee.
can
Oh,
agree.
good eye. Yes, but
I mean,
there's a difference between, once again, being alone
And being
lonely.
There's a big difference between that.
and
Yes.
people can't differentiate. Now, we're all addicted to social media. I'm talking to them right now. Everyone has, I gotta
Yeah, I'm
have
talking to my social media.
I gotta have that
too.
outfit.
I have mine.
I gotta have that jacket. I gotta have that body.
Or
I
these
gotta have that
glasses.
booty. I gotta have those glasses.
Or those
I got-
eyebrows.
oh, don't
But
go
I
there.
need those glasses, Angela.
So people see
Take
that,
hold.
and you have to realize, you have to ask, what would those glasses really do on me? Not that good. Get the idea? But they look great on you. And because they look great on you, I think they're going to look great on me. Example.
They can match your shirt.
Not my shirt. Anyway, there's a gorgeous girl over there.
That's a very-
slender, tight body, busty, gorgeous hair, good eyebrows. I say to myself, gotta have that. Gotta have that because that's what I like. Get the idea? But that's not what I need.
Right.
Big
Yeah,
difference,
I
right?
understand that
I,
completely.
and I want to hear this, love long romantic walks to the money machine. Oh, I love that.
Bank.
I love that sound of money spitting out.
I think we all do.
See? So
I think
you
that
have-
could be our big addiction.
So if someone says, "Hey,
Relationship.
you want to go on a $5,000 weekend away and go to Jamaica, or would you rather make $5,000 more and put it back in the bank?" Ooh, most people would take the vacation. I want to put the money back in the
I
bank.
take the money.
Holla.
I mean, it's a matter of opinion because tomorrow not promising nobody, and they might want to have a vacation today. All work and no play.
Or if you've never been to Jamaica, that would be an experience for you.
Exactly.
Because
So yeah.
Pine loved Jamaica. She want to go back. So the 5,000 or the experience she spent in Jamaica, I'm quite sure she would take the trip in Jamaica because it was a life changing experience for her.
Oh, she said no.
Right there, she's telling right
Not even.
She wants the money. She don't
My
care about
last
the
name is
trip.
green for a reason.
Baby,
there.
That's true.
come sit next to me. Come here. Come sit next to me. I'll get the wallet out.
For luck.
I'll get the wallet out.
For luck.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, Jasem. So, okay. Well, Danny, what's your answer?
I feel like honestly, well, for myself, you know, when you were looking or trying to find somebody for closure, it was you. I like talking to somebody and having communication. So I wouldn't be that person that was trying to do anything physical. I just like to talk to somebody. So if it was you break up with someone and you're dealing with a lot of anxiety and stress and frustration of that, I would try to find somebody to talk to, and then I would try to get to know the person quickly and then try to see if I can cuddle, because I mean that was a huge part of it as well. But it's more the fact that us women, we crave the communication sometimes more than physical. I mean, myself, but that's how I would be with everything.
All right, I agree. Very good points. Very good points. Well, Jasem, what do you say? Why do you think that people get under somebody so quickly?
I mean, like the two fellas were saying, is that people just don't like being by themselves, you know. And then when you sit with yourself long enough is when everything kind of hit you.
Right.
And a lot of
True.
people are delusional. We're in denial. We don't want to sit in our stuff. Period. You don't want to, like, a part of healing and getting over something is really sitting in that thing, owning it, and just like peeling the Band-Aid off and just allowing it to be real and just owning it. The fact that, look, I'm hurt. But a lot of people like to run away from it, cover it up, you know, put the Band-Aid on it, you know, be numb to it. And then you wonder why you keep on attracting the same person with a different face or going in one big circle, is because you never dealt with that. You never dealt with those pain. You never healed from that relationship. You know, so then you get in a relationship after relationship after relationship, and each person is paying the crime for somebody else's time, or serving the time for somebody else's crime.
So let me ask you
And
this.
you're never going to find yourself being fully available, emotionally available.
So let me ask you a question. So how would you tell a person to actually break that cycle, and what would you suggest that they do instead of getting under somebody else? How do you break that?
Absolutely. I mean, and I know it's easier said than done, because I've done it too. Right after my divorce, I started dating right away because I was so used to being in a relationship. I wanted that companionship, but I needed to take this time to heal. So I had to learn the hard way. But what I would say is I have like 12 things that you can do to heal and get over your ex, right? the first time, like I was saying earlier, is giving yourself time to grieve. I know it sucks, and especially guys don't take this time. I don't know why it's so hard for guys, but they are horrible at it. Some don't take the time to grieve.
How long?
What, Bird? What? What?
Right,
What,
right.
Bird?
Look at something like what you want to say, Bird. What you want to say? Go ahead, Bird. Say it. Say it.
I mean,
say it.
Gotta say something.
No,
Say
I
it.
mean, honestly, it's like, I don't think, me personally, I don't think you can
It's
ever
harder.
put a time limit on love. Because if I break up with somebody tomorrow, everybody's in search for that one. Everybody believes that there's that one that they're gonna have that's gonna the
That's
fireworks gonna explode and the mountains gonna roar and they're gonna swim the English Channel to get to them. You know what I mean? Everybody think that they're gonna meet
But
that
if
one.
you're not
So-
emotionally available, and you still
but how would you know? though?
tied
How
to
would you
that
know?
person,
But
that
how would you know?
how
Because
can you even see that person for their true value?
but how would you know if this
And you're
person
just using that person as a band-aid, huh?
if this person is like the best thing to you versus you being miserable and probably want to commit suicide, you got this person, they bring all these sparks into your life. Like you say, you see the sparks there, the signs there, everything flowing. And then so what you gonna pass up an opportunity because I'm going through something? Because I don't know where I'm at in my life? Like life don't work like that, Justin. We don't know what tomorrow holds for any one of us.
Right, no, I think it's subjective. It's based on the individual. Everyone is different. Everyone heals differently. There's some person who can, you have this person that's a dope ass individual and they giving you the sparks and the butterflies and all of that, but you're going to spend 90% of your time boo-hoo-hooing on that person's shoulder because you still hurt.
Justin,
You're constantly talking about what you went through, what you've gone through with that person instead of focusing on the now and being present with that person
And
versus still dwelling in the past.
You just
So
answered
everybody
your own
feels
question. That's how
differently.
you get forward. You get forward by focusing on now. You can't get to the future if you can't get over the past. If you sitting here and you thinking about, that's just like a computer. If I took you and I wiped all your whole thinking out, all you're gonna do is move forward. So we understand in life, if we bring everything positive and start thinking about the positive, then that's what's gonna come forward. So if you sitting there, you worried about, I gotta agree because I just went through something with this guy. No, that ain't how life goes. Get up and keep moving. It ain't how you fall, it's how you land.
That's what I'm saying, Bert, is that everybody heals differently. For some people, they can dust it off and get right back out there and date and it doesn't phase them as much.
Right here.
Because the next person is, they're present. But
Right
there's some people who don't
Takes
heal
me
as
years.
fast and will sabotage the new relationship. And this person is bringing them with them. This new partner is bringing 100% of themselves wholeheartedly and is fully emotionally available while you're still stuck on your past. So how can you really be fully present? That's why I'm saying everybody is different. I think in speaking for yourself, it wouldn't phase you as much because you process hurt differently. Where the average person is not like that, especially women.
No, I'm not saying that, Justin. What I'm saying is that regardless of whatever whatever blows life throw you, we gotta keep it up and keep it moving. We can't worry about what happened because
Absolutely.
that's part of life. Even and I done dealt with some of and all of us have dealt with some of the worst women in the world, and it's how we overcome the situation. Is how the outcome gonna be, because I can't sit here and dwell on what happened back then or with that person. What you saying is true. It's like every individual is different. What you saying, you offer your opinion, I offer mine. My opinion is just live life, love God, and whatever He invite in your life, it's gonna work out for you. That's how I believe it.
I just think that like what she's saying, Bert, is I think we're just trying to find out how do you deal with it, in a healing phase, because
How do you purge? How do you purge?
what I mean?
How do you take time to
so, like,
purge
if
if
you're
you're
still
jumping?
hurting-
Like by next week, you just was bawling your eyes out today and going crazy and losing your damn cool, and then next week you over here booed up with someone else. I don't think that you fully gave yourself time to purge that person from your system and heal, so that the next person can have a clean slate and a fresh you with whole fully free and emotionally available wholeheartedly.
Right.
Just let me
Not
do
a fraction
plain
of
and simple.
you.
Right. Some
The
people
first
move
time-
on faster.
The first time something happened, the first time a girl catch a dude or a dude catches girl, what the friends do? Come over, bring a bottle, smoke, go out to the club. So how is it that you ain't just go from one person to under somebody else. You mad, you want to get your revenge situation on, so you go do a revenge situation, and now you stuck with the results of your revenge. You know what I mean? Sometimes that's how
I
life
think
go.
that when you say it like that, I think that is just how you process things and how mature you are. Because I know at my age now, when I was in my 20s, I would do that. But
Now I just take you
if-
shopping.
No, I mean now I will sit there and I'll process that myself and go, you know what? These were the pros, these were the cons, and this is why, I'm choosing not to go further with this person.
But we
Wow.
grown, but what about
Instead
the
of
information
sitting
you
there,
processing as
so
well?
so now I don't need to get approval from my girlfriends because a lot of my girlfriends, like just said, we all kind of are like in the same boat. But then I can call somebody like Pine, and she give me a completely different point of view.
Right.
So I just think that comes with maturity.
That's
and
right.
How you process things.
And how
comes
many
with
days
how
a week
mature-
are there in a week?
For me,
For me,
it's like 14.
14. There's
I
7
work
days a
double.
week, right? So if you think dating one guy is fun, date 6 in a week.
Okay,
And
so
then-
just says right here. Let's talk. Let's just go right to Craig because he
Wrong
is
answer.
a serial dater who changes women as much as he changes his clothes.
Probably more. Don't worry
Probably
about that.
more.
There's 7 days a
So-
week. That means I can go out with someone different 7
I'm
times a
sure
week.
is he on those dating apps?
No, I don't need that. Trust me, I don't need dating apps. I don't.
No. So hold on. Where do you find this pond of women?
I
Where
just
is your pond at?
pond. It's more like an ocean out there. I go out.
Where's your ocean?
I just go out. I see someone and they're crying at a bar. What's wrong? I broke up. Here's $100. Go buy 5 mimosas and get dinner on me. And boom, easy, right? You go out to it. First of all, good deeds get good rewards. True. We all try to help people.
That's true.
That's it.
Okay.
So
Eric.
So
that's
if
not a
they
good
help,
deed.
so
That's-
if you
that
help
means you had
yourself
intention.
after you've helped them,
Oh,
you
hell-
help yourself after
Hell
you help
yeah.
them. Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
he did a good deed with bad intentions.
I'm sorry.
Ah.
I'm,
Okay.
I am the king of that.
But see, look, at least you know who you
I am
are.
the worst guy to go out with. Absolutely.
No, but see, at least you know who you are. See, we.
You're
do
my
this
friend.
segment-
We are good friends. We'll talk anything, won't we?
Yeah.
We don't date, do we at all? No, we
No.
don't. No, we don't. I have
We
10
hang out, but we don't date though.
You said absolutely not. We do not date. I want to say that clearly. So what happens? You invite me over to a party. We go to our charity events.
Yeah.
You introduce me to a bunch of your friends. Like, oh my God, this girl's gorgeous. I want to meet her. Yada yada. And boom, what happens? I'm in like Flynn. Next problem. I go to another party. Other girls there as friends. Craig, I want you to meet so and so. And boom, I meet 3 more people. And then what happens is, thank God, Samsung phones can hold like 1,000 numbers because
Oh my God.
that's just how way life is. People, for me to go out, we go out, we have a great dinner. We have good dinners.
We do.
We don't even care what the bill is, do we? No, we don't. We just drink and eat, right?
We eat, right?
How high's the bill?
When we will go out for dinner, and drinks or no,
Yeah, with drinks.
and a tip, $300. That's no big deal though. That's what we like to go eat and drink and vent.
And have fun.
Exactly.
Justin, to answer your question, 80% of the men think like him. So that's the answer to your question. They like dating 6 women a week.
Right.
So that's why they go from one to jump into somebody else, and they don't care because they don't know. They don't have feelings for themselves because they brought up in environments where they think womenizing and having money and everything, this is the way of life. This is what life, the success in life.
So pretty much you're saying that a lot of men out there who move like that are pretty much still emotionally immature. They're still grown boys.
And because they don't know nothing. If this all you know, then it's all you're gonna know. And then these is the guys who you're around who passing off information and they glorify like this is what's up.
Well, I don't measure
I'm not saying,
success.
I'm not
okay?
talking about
No.
you.
I don't mind.
I'm talking about men as a whole.
I don't measure
Because
success.
I know, just like you know a lot of people. I know thousands and thousands of guys, and the conversations that we have as men. This is the conversations we have.
Let me add one comment though. That's all.
Oh, look,
I don't judge.
Betty said, "Get into yourself." Hey, Betty.
There you go.
Betty said, "Get into yourself again." Just said.
I don't judge success
Yes,
on,
I mean,
on money.
for me,
I
it's,
don't.
and
we,
also taking
we do
that time
tons
to
of charity
purge.
work.
That's what a lot of people don't do. A lot of people skip over the purging stage. Like taking that time to purge, like Angela was saying, is replaying the thing in your head. What do you think you did? What were the pros? What were the cons? So you can learn from it and purge. Like, I like to purge. I go through a mean purging phase where I'm deleting photos, I'm deleting videos, your number is gone. Like, I like to purge.
I have
It might
to
be some-
erase you off the
It might be some
history
things
of-
that I have
of the
around
earth.
that reminds me of you. I'm throwing it out.
Do you block the number too, Jacinth?
Sometimes, because I still want to know if they calling.
You're so bad. You're so bad.
I had to get that though. But
You're so bad.
So she's a secret stalker.
What about social media? Do you block your social media?
But I will put that do not answer sign, the the red circle.
Yep.
with the
Oh,
circle.
yeah.
Do not disturb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the name, like, okay, don't answer.
You sleepy. You're sleep.
So it keeps me accountable.
I mean, that makes sense.
But yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Excuse to say
But
something.
I mean that's for people who've gone through bad breakups. For me, I don't think I've been through anything bad. A lot of my breakups were like very mature and mutual. Like, look, we're both grown. I don't feel like where I'm going, you compliment me. I don't compliment you. We just don't mix.
Ooh, I like
and
that.
we're just very mature about it.
Can
to
I use
know
that?
You can.
I'm not gonna waste my time, and I'm not gonna waste your time.
Excellent answer. I'm
But
gonna
we
use
still
that.
cool. We still cordial. So I wouldn't say that I had no crazy bad breakup where I have to go on this crazy boo hoo hoo. Like, some things are like, you miss them. I think you miss their presence. You miss the companionship.
Right.
Because like he was saying, a lot of people don't like a lot of people feel loneliness.
Yeah.
I love being
That's
alone,
true.
but some people don't like the feeling of like loneliness. You know what I mean?
Touchdown!
So I think
Touchdown!
The Eagles played last night. Just saying.
Huh?
No, Craig said touchdown, and Danny said the Eagles played last night. Didn't they
About 20 minutes ago, I
Maybe
just
they
quote.
did.
I just used the
just
same
had to
quote
say
you
that
did.
'cause It was perfect. So.
About 20 minutes ago, I said the same quote she just said.
win? Yes. Yes, you did say that.
That's why you saying touchdown.
Great,
But what quote?
great minds think alike.
Being alone and being lonely are two different things. Because you can choose to be alone,
Right.
and that's not being lonely.
No, I love my me time.
I love
And
my
a
me
lot
time,
of people,
too.
So
like
do I.
Greg was saying, a lot of people don't.
But
What are you doing tomorrow night?
Not like
being alone.
a lot of people
might make
don't
you
like
lonely.
their alone time,
Choosing to
and
be
that's
alone might make
not a
you
good
lonely.
thing.
That's not true.
It is because if you see, your mind is a computer. When you program yourself to keep blocking people out, then all of a sudden you don't want to be around nobody.
No,
So it's less
no.
people. Yes. All right.
No, being
No, it's
having me
choosing.
time
No, it's
and
choosing
having, like,
to love people
date
from a.
time
Some people you
and two
gotta
different
love from a
things.
distance. When you know yourself, you move totally different, and you ain't got no time to waste, and you don't want nobody wasting yours.
That's right. Slice
Yeah.
like a ninja, cut like a
Period.
razor.
I ain't got no time. Money is time for me. If I'm spending an hour or two on the
Look,
phone
who
with
you
you, that's time I can't get back. That's an investment, boo. That's an investment I'm making. If I choose to
God
stop
damn.
putting my money in that bank, it is what it is, because I'm not getting the investment and the return that I'm putting in.
That's right. I love walk. I love long
For
romantic
me,
walk to the bank.
the most important thing, the most biggest pet peeve for me is wasting time. I'm a big stickler for wasting my time. If I get on the phone with you and I'm investing an hour of my time in a conversation, investing time to get to know you and locking stuff in my memory bank,
Yeah.
that's an investment that I can't get back.
Yeah.
If
I
I'm
agree
saying
with
I'm
that.
gonna give you 2 hours of my time to go out on a date, that's money I can't get back. That's time I could have been at QVC. So I'm
I
very
see
picky
you.
about
I
my
see
time.
you. Okay.
Right, clock that money, girl, clock
disagree
that
with
money.
I would disagree on wasting time because I feel like, and I don't want to go back and forth. I feel like everything you doing every day, your time is meant for something. So whether the guy was a bad date, you learned something from it. So you didn't really waste it. You just found out that he wasn't for you.
Yeah, afterwards, it's still a time wasted.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, no, you know what? Because no, I just had my time wasted.
huh?
I just had my time wasted. I wasted 6 months.
Really?
Yeah. I was trying to do it like the politically correct way and like get to know somebody and and do all like the steps and all that stuff. I know. And then at the end of the day, it was in
6 months?
6 months. It was a waste of time.
But what if you'd have jumped straight in?
That's the one you're talking
Right.
about, right?
And
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if you'd have
It's a
jumped
waste of
all the
time.
way in and got your feelings hurt? So that little 6 months you put in was an investment to learn that ain't where you want to be at.
And
Yes.
I just want 6 hours
Yes.
for dinner
I
and
mean,
drinks.
yeah,
and
that's a
have fun.
positive. That's a positive.
Yeah,
to
that-
it.
that was a
The good thing,
positive.
the good part about what she was saying is that she wasted 6 months instead of 6 years. That lets me know that she's mature to make a better, wiser decisions.
Well, I have
that's
a whole
the good part of
I got
it.
a whole application process. so
Oh, and you
I
call
gotta
me
sign
bad.
that
And you call me bad.
So when my application so when your application starts getting denied, I just deny that thing and keep it moving.
Hey, Angie, you know what I was laughing at? Because Justin was like, Bird, because she was like, Well, I have 12 things, and I was waiting for her to go down the list and name the 12 things. And I like, she just wrote a book.
Oh yeah, we didn't get to the
Okay,
second
so yeah, okay,
Right,
okay.
so-
Let's go back to the 12 things. Go ahead, Jason.
Right. And some people might say like writing a journal, right? Some people like to write, whether it's writing a journal. I know for me, journaling. When I went through my divorce, I hate talking about it, but when I went through any breakup, journaling works for some people because it's a way of holding yourself accountable or just pouring your heart and bleeding out loud on the paper. And just for some people, it's therapeutic, right? Or like I was saying, the third one is purging, cleaning up, just whether it's you need to get rid of certain things that's going to keep constantly remind you of this person, taking that time to purge, taking all out that cloudiness, clearing up your space, and invite, so you can invite new energy in. There's no clutter. Also get you back, find your sexy back. If you never lost it, great, but find your sexy back, hit the gym, do you, take yourself out, get hair, get nails done, everything done. Because honey, ladies, we act a whole different way when I hair, nails done. And
Right.
we got that nice outfit on that we just got. Yeah, we a whole nother, we tap into that whole nother side of ourselves.
That's right.
Also embarking on a new project. I don't know what it is about. Whenever I'm going through rough patches, that is always the time I birth the best projects. Am I the only one?
No.
It's something about when you're going through something, you birth the best project.
Because
out of that
you're
time.
redirecting your energy. So you're taking that energy that could be focusing on something negative or negative emotion, and you're putting it into your art.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Even artists. Some artists they make the best music after a heartbreak. Oh my God, them be the best records.
Yeah.
And just feel
Very catchy.
Mary J. Blige made a whole career off of it.
Just saying, your second book better be dope.
that's one of my favorite albums by her.
You working on it.
Oh, Burr said your second book better be dope.
Oh, it's gonna be dope.
You giving out all this advice.
It's
You write
definitely
these
gonna be
12
dope.
things down. It better be in that book.
Man, look, Giuseppe got enough stories to write like 10 books.
Because she got it down.
Look, and then being on this show make it 20 times worse. She gonna have material forever.
You can tell she's doing research, doing a little homework. She got it.
So Giuseppe,
But also, you know
going.
what? Also taking that time to feel the love and really tapping into you and your greatest asset, because I feel like a lot of people, when we go through breakups, we feel shitty about ourselves. We do. Some people just feel like you're not your best. You feel a little cloudy. You feel a little down. You feel a little melancholy. You feel, some people go into resentment. Some people feel hurt. Like, dang, I done wasted five years of my life. I can't get back, 2 years, 10, some 10, some 20. And that's a big, like that's a huge blow to your ego. That's a huge blow to feeling with low self-esteem or feeling inadequate or feeling like, dang, I'm a failure. But no, it's taking that time to really regain yourself, get you back, love you, and love everything about you. Yeah, man. And spending time with friends, like take your mind off of it. Not only spending time with friends, but spending time with yourself.
yes.
Like the guy was saying, some people don't know how to be by themselves. That's time for you to get to know you on a whole new level, because after this rough patch, we always go through a transition. And out of this transition, you're going to birth a better version of yourself. So what you have to do is take time to know this new version of you. And a lot of people, you can't really grow in transition and into this butterfly or this morphism phase, because you won't tap into the new you. You have to get to know the new and improved version of yourself, because we're constantly growing.
Absolutely.
We're constantly changing. We're constantly evolving. So if you're constantly focusing on the old version of you from a year or two ago, how can you fully embrace the new you? What if the new you have a new hobby he or she wants to try? What if the new you
I like that.
have a different flavor in the partners that they want to try? You know what I'm saying? So it's really getting to know a new version of yourself and trying new things.
Betty said,
And also,
you need to build yourself up. Betty on Instagram said you need to build yourself up so that your prospective mate meets your greatest competition. Hold up.
Can I have Betty's
I think I
Instagram
have
name?
a little typo right here. But pretty much she's saying you need to take that time to build yourself up and get to know yourself so that when you do run across a prospective mate, you know, you're looking at the positive things that you see in that person.
Yeah, I think like it goes back to when you get to know the improved you, then the newer version of yourself will be more mature, will be more mentally mature, emotionally mature, spiritually mature, and your perception will change. Your perception and how you view your pain and your failure will change. You're not gonna say, "Man, I'm a failure," and beat up on yourself. You're gonna say, "No, the situation I was in failed. I learned from it. I move on." You like Bird was saying, look at the positive of it. Don't look at the negative like, oh, wonk, 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 I wasted time, woe is me. No, look at what you learned from the situation, what you gained, and what you could do better, and move forward.
Right.
And change your perception. It's all about your lens and how, like we were talking about last time, when you get to a certain level of maturity, how you view your hurt is different. How you view pain is different. When you're more mature, you don't look at pain as woe is me. You look at pain as it had to happen. It had to happen. It was necessary for you to go to your next.
Necessary. That's right.
Getting older.
Bird is giving you a
You're
clap,
getting
girl.
older.
Bird done gave you a whole clap, just said.
You know what? I gotta soak that up because I usually don't get that from Bird, so that means I must have really said something deep, right, Bird?
Right.
Because usually he don't do that for me.
He don't do that.
No, because if me and you don't give a, like, if you don't say what you say and I don't give the opposite of what you say, sometimes what's the interesting if I just be a yes man?
No, I
and
love it
agree
though.
with you,
I
you know what I'm
love it.
saying? I make you get on your A game and you make me on mine.
Right. Well, no, and I mean,
Absolutely. I know when that's why I'm like, you know, I gotta bring it every time because I know Bird is definitely gonna challenge me. I love it though because I love you. I love the way you think.
Yeah,
and I think a lot of guys should think the way you think.
But the one thing,
definitely.
I be wanting people to understand is that what me and you offer is just our opinion. It's our experience. It's what we've been through. What we saying, we not perfect. We all done had trials and tribulations, and we just trying to offer y'all a better solution.
Absolutely.
So you won't have to go through it. You know what I mean? God bless us with 2 ears and
Right.
1 mouth, so we can listen twice as much as we talk. And if we listen, we will learn.
Go ahead,
Right,
Bird. You
right.
on fire tonight?
And we got 2 more left. The last one, 3 more, is sometimes giving yourself. Some people about cutting your hair. It's just something about it. Some people when they go through this changes, they get a haircut, they do a whole new makeover, a new style, and it's just like embracing a new them.
Color.
So
This is so funny. Like, me and Pine was watching a South Park, the pandemic special, right? And it came on with Cartman tuning in watching TV, but he act like his jaw was going out because, you know, the whole class was online. So he act like his screen was messing up, like, because he didn't want to be on the screen. And your screen was doing that. I thought about it. I'm sorry, Justin. I'm sorry.
I thought it had something to do with the breakup.
No, I'm sorry. It was funny.
But, you know, getting a haircut, getting a redo, get you a new, done up, new style, something will make you feel a little sassy, a little new, a little fresh. Make plans. Like Bird and some of y'all were saying earlier, some vacation plans,
Just material.
a staycation. It don't have to be something expensive or extravagant, but just going away for a week or a weekend to just woo-saw, just get away. For me,
Woo-saw.
traveling is very therapeutic for me.
I think working out.
Huh?
I think just walking, working out, just buying your bike, ride something, find an art project, anything like you say, just something
Like
productive, something that you probably always wanted to do. You know what I mean? Find something within yourself that's going to make
Yes.
you happy, and then you'll perhaps get away from the nonsense. I think like all of us, like, you know, if we just think so positive, we won't have to worry about anything negative or anybody negative. Because I don't want, like me personally, I'm at this point, like even my friends and cousins and stuff, if you come around with the nonsense, I don't even want to be around you. I don't answer your calls.
Yeah, I don't
bring that
invite,
around.
I don't like to entertain any
They
negativity at
energy
all.
suckers.
Especially with people that have the mindset where I knew it was too good to be true, or because your word is your wand, your mind. You have to understand your subconscious is your magnet to anything that you want to attract. It starts with your subconscious mind.
Right.
So if you're thinking, is it gonna happen? What if this? What if it's too good to be true? that's not the way. That's not how you should be thinking. That is not the way to think.
Because you put
Don't look at me.
Speak
I think
life,
her
life and death is in the
Positive
power of your
energy.
tongue.
I look at you and I think 10 steps ahead of everybody else. Don't worry.
But well, yes, positive thoughts attract positive reactions.
That's exactly
Actually
how my
true.
mind is.
It is what it
I'm
is.
thankful that I had a way
Absolutely
to find that
true.
out when I was this young.
That's right. That's right. That's right. And stay.
Absolutely. Like for example, perfect example. A lot of people will sit here and don't put their best forward until they get the big success or the big aha moments. And it's those little things that leads up to the big aha moment, because when you only celebrate the big things, that's pretty much a slap in God's face, like you're not faithful over the few, right? So for example, I'm trying to get a house, right? And at one point I was beating up on myself because I'm not moving when I want to move. And guy had to deal with me real quick, like, well, you didn't even know, you're not really appreciating your apartment, but you want me to bless you with a house.
Right.
So when you're not faithful over the few, how can you be rulers of many? You're not faithful over the job, but you want to own a business where people are going to work for you. And you're going to have employees, but you can't even appreciate being an employee, but you want to be an employer.
Right.
It don't work like that.
Yep.
So
part.
I really had to take the last 2 weeks to sit in myself and sit in my funk. And I'm like, okay, you know what? Instead of me waiting on this big aha moment of buying a house, let me appreciate my apartment and let me judge it up a little bit. I went furniture shopping to prepare for when I do get the house. I already got my furniture.
Right. Right. No.
That's amazing.
You know, so it's really appreciating the now and really sitting in your singleness instead of sitting here and preparing for a man and preparing for this. And I want a partner so bad. Why not appreciate your singleness? There's power in your singleness, because when you are single, you don't have to give account to nobody. You don't have to tell, you know, if you don't feel like cooking, you ain't got to cook. If you don't feel like, you know, sharing your bed or being around nobody or being bothered, you don't have to be bothered. If you want to travel and open up a business, you don't have to give account to anyone else. You can just do you and take that time to build solely for you. When you're in a relationship, you have to give account to your partner, because it will be selfish if you don't. That's why you have a partner. So there's you can't move like you're single when you're in a relationship. So if you're single, take that time to do that business you've always wanted to do, travel, make that travel plan that you always wanted to do. Whatever it is that you wanted to do, always embrace it in your singleness, is what I'm saying.
You're right.
Very true.
You know, instead of preparing for your next, I'm going to prepare for a husband, I'm going to prepare for a wife, I'm going to prepare for my next. Prepare for your now. Appreciate the now,
Yes.
is what I would say.
Live in the secret. Exactly.
I hope that was able to bless
Agreed.
somebody. I knew I ran through it a little fast, but I knew I was up against the clock. But I just went in a nutshell. I hope y'all learned something, whoever's listening.
Look, no, girl, no. That's why I just let you go. I was like, just let me let you go. So real quick, just I know we only have a couple minutes left, but what advice would you give to couples, especially this month, because you know this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and this is also Domestic Violence Abuse Month. So, what advice would you give to someone who is potentially maybe going through that right now?
Going through, sorry, you said Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and what's the other one?
Domestic Violence Month. This is their month as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
COVID.
I definitely have, not firsthand but secondhand, dealt with domestic violence, you know, in my household with my stepdad and my mom. And I don't think no one should feel, that's not love. Love does not make you hurt. Love does not manipulate. Love does not make you feel low or not give you peace or joy or happiness. And I know it's easier said than done, but I pray that you find the strength, if you're listening, that you find the strength to choose you,
Yes.
to know that you deserve God's best. And if whatever you're going through, whatever it is that you tie yourself, whether it's a partner or career or whatever it is, if it's not God's best for you, no. Especially a partner that's abusing you, if it's not God's best for you, I pray that you find the way to just get out of it and not look back, and have accountability partners that will hold you accountable to not look backwards, because it takes a tribe, it takes a village, and they do have domestic hotline. Hopefully we can post a number of people that you can talk to help you in if you're in an abusive relationship. As for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, is keep on keeping on. You're not by yourself. We support you. We love you. We're praying for you. We're praying for healing. We're praying for your restoration, that, you know, in the midst of everything that we're going through, that we can come to a place of finding that inner peace and inner beauty. So that's what I would say. I don't want to keep rambling on. What would you guys say?
Oh no, girl, because I mean, these are issues that constantly come up, especially with relationships, especially now. And the number, if you are experiencing domestic violence, is 1-800-799-SAFE or 1-800-799-7233. So yeah, and we will post that in the chat as well. Oh my goodness, Jacinth, yay! So real quick before we close out, what can we look forward to for this month of October with the Love After?
We just gonna keep on talking about relationships.
I love how you said that, though.
You know, this month, I mean, that's what we talk about, right? It's how you loving within yourself. Are you the best version of yourself? How do you make the better decisions in choosing a partner? Are you choosing someone that's complimenting you? Or are you choosing someone that's going to give you peace and someone you can grow with? Or are you settling for safe? Or are you settling for mediocrity? Are you settling because you just can't be by yourself, or you're struggling with the spirit of loneliness?
Right.
So
don't be a buddy pass. Don't fly first. So don't be coach class. Look for your first class. Look for your first class.
Yeah, no buddy pass and nothing like that. We only fly first class. That's it.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Jacinth, honey. That was amazing. And thank you for giving us those 12 steps to getting over someone without getting under somebody. I like that. I like that a lot. Thank you, honey. Well, look, any last goodbyes, final, to-dos, because we getting ready to close this show out. It's 11 o'clock. And then
I love y'all, and don't forget to live on purpose for purpose. That's all.
Yes, honey. Thank you, Jacinth.
Be the best version of yourself. Bye, y'all. Love y'all.
Love you too, honey.
Thank you.
How you loving?
Later.
Mr. Craig.
Holla.
Did you just say holla?
Holla.
Oh my God, I love it when you come here. Thank you so much for
An entertaining
coming.
visit. Yes, absolutely.
Always entertaining.
Talk politics, talk love, talk money,
Education.
education,
Yes.
long walks to the bank. Yes.
Yes. So now we got to plan, in the COVID and all that, and go have a socially distanced dinner.
Yeah. Holla.
Since we can't do
Just 6 feet far away with a mask on.
right
until
just
your
6 feet
server
far
comes.
away.
Lots of alcohol washes right here.
Right, just alcohol washes
So does
in
alcohol
between.
kill COVID? Because alcohol kills a lot of stuff, germs and all that.
I don't know.
We know bleach does.
So if you drink a bottle of tequila, will you be safe from COVID?
I think I'll be like.
My liver will be.
And
Not
a
my
lot of
lungs.
pain also. Yeah.
But my liver will be.
But your
Yep.
liver will be.
Oh my gosh. Too much tequila.
That was a good one.
Oh God.
DJ Danny. Drop your social media for us one more time.
Yes, I'm following you too, so don't worry.
Thank you. I will definitely follow you back. I promise. My social media, everyone, is the DJ Danny Show on Instagram. Twitter is DJ Danny Show. DJDANISHOW 2 W's. And then my website is thedjdannyshow.com. And stay tuned for my upcoming guests. Angela's on my show coming up tomorrow. And then I have Justin Guarini, and more people are coming. I have people from Fox, from I Can See Your Voice, starting in November. So just stay tuned.
Yes, DJ Danny.
Thank you.
Oh, and I can't forget my partner in crime, Pom Pom. How was it tonight? How was our social media popping? I saw you were busy, girl.
Yeah. It was a few insights on tonight's topic on politics and stuff, but
Yeah,
for the
girl.
most part, yeah. It was a little calm tonight.
Look, the calm before the storm, because we know the closer we get to November,
It's going to be rowdy.
the worse it's going to get, child.
Yeah,
Look,
time
we
before the
already
storm.
know that. We already know that. So I just want to say again, thank you guys. I appreciate you guys coming to the show. We appreciate you. Thank you so much, Craig. And make sure you guys follow him on DG Photos on Instagram, and you can check out all of his fabulous photos. And I'm taking a picture of that watch. That watch is phenomenal.
I'll give it to you. Take it.
Snazzy?
I love it.
Is it
is
snazzy?
so awesome.
Take it.
I gotta take a picture of you guys. Look, we can trade. I'll take the watch. You take my glasses.
Deal.
That's a fair trade to me. I'm with it.
I requested
Hey.
you. You have to accept me.
Hey. Yes, he has a private page.
I know. Wonder what's on it. Wink, wink.
Lots, girl, lots. It's lots on there. Oh, and shout out to Bird. Bird. He ran off panel, but thank you, Bird. Very insightful and very entertaining. How you loving segment tonight. And I just want to say again, I want to thank everyone who tuned in to Behind the Velvet Rope Radio Show tonight. Thank you for everyone who tuned in on HamiltonRadio.net, who tuned in on Facebook, who tuned in on Instagram. Everyone, and thank you for everyone who's listening around the world, because we are just not national. We are a global station and a global show. So thank you, everyone who took the time and spent your Monday with us. Thank you again, of course, to my fabulous team. Thank you, guys. And remember, you guys, be the change that you want to see. Be the change that you want to see in your community. Be the change that you want to see far as being a decent human being. Do not forget that it is time for you all to do what? Vote. This is the time to show that you are an American and vote. VOTE, vote. Yes, he's like, Angela, get off. I'm almost done, Ruben. Dang, boy.
There you
Right.
go. You stopped it.
Remember, you guys, work for a cause, not for applause. Don't live your, I can't even finish my closing. Live your life to express, not always to impress. Don't strive to make your presence, excuse me, notice, but definitely make your absence felt. Thank you, guys. We love you, and we will see you next time here on Behind the Velvet Rope Radio Show. Good night.